Hello, I'm Blade Franco, and this is your Week 3 rundown of Viral Championship Wrestling as we're closing in on our first pay-per-view VCW Hot Box. So let's not waste no time and dive right in. We kick off the minor show with a tag team match between the Guns of Bullet Club Gold and the Top Guys FTR. This match started off pretty smoothly with FTR keeping control in the beginning as you see Dax Harwood just laying a beating onto Austin Gunn. But then Austin Gunn started to get a little bit of some offense back, especially when Cash Wheeler came in and the team just seemed to keep full control over that Cash Wheeler to where they almost had this 2-count victory, but it wasn't enough. Even though they got their Bullet Club Gold guys in the corner, FTR still stood their grounds as they always do, coming in with close victories even of their own. But then the Guns was making a last straw with these last minute moves, almost getting a victory in, but it just wasn't enough. Then this was the closing moments of this match to where Dax Harwood laid in a submission straight onto Colton Gunn to get a quick tap out and a quick victory. Congrats to the Top Guys. In our next bout within the women's division, we had Piper Niven going up against Chris Statlander in a one-on-one match to where we had the powerhouses of VCW just going at it. Chris Statlander had a nice start off, but then Piper Niven just already started to deliver some offense of her own. These two women then went back and forth throughout the whole match, having close falls to where I would suggest if you want to see a good women's match on a minor show, this is something like an example. Now as these two brawled out the whole time, this was one of the closing moments almost to where Statlander delivered a power driver, but it didn't do it. Then mentioned no driver from Piper Niven, but that didn't do it. But this was the final point of the match to where Chris Statlander delivered this very unique attack that led into a submission that Piper Niven almost instantly tapped out of. So we had to give a quick victory to Chris Statlander. Now for the main event of the minor show, we had two new wrestlers debut as we had AM Dust going up against the Punisher. This match already started off very interesting as it looked like Punisher was actually getting by with his technical skills over the big man, but AM Dust just kept showcasing his strength, trying to dominate Punisher where almost the match was early. But then you see Punisher just build up this fight, trying to take down the big man, but it wasn't enough just then. And as you see the big man, AM Dust, I'm kind of impressed with him. He's very skilled, but he wasn't wise enough to keep an eye on Punisher because Punisher at the end right here was able to slip through with a submission, a quick crossface to make AM Dust tap out. I enjoyed both these guys, but congrats to the Punisher on his debut match. It's now time for the women of VCW to show out again as we kick off Beatdown with a classic rivalry between Hikaru Shida taking on the native beast Nyla Rose. Now, do I really have to express how this match is? This match was a classic rivalry bout between both two just knowing each other very well, trying to get the upper hand to where even on the outside, we had some weird conflict going on. But as you see, Shida was keeping control on the native beast, possibly trying to end out the match very quickly. But Nyla Rose wasn't having it, just giving back offense of her own. Even with two splashes, you know that was painful. But this was one of the turning points with the reversal on the outside and the complete shot leading to a jumping kick from the turnbuckle, giving Shida the victory. Congrats to Hikaru Shida. But we had this weird moment where Broken Doll showed up to congratulate her. We don't know what that's about, but that's something we gotta keep an eye on. Speaking of Broken Doll, our second match of the night featured our internet champion Angela Van Diver going one-on-one with the resident monster Broken Doll. This match already started off good with Angela Van Diver keeping control of Broken Doll, knowing Doll is a menace. But then you see some offense coming back in return. Broken Doll was not going down easy. But then Angela Van Diver came with the violation on the first try, receiving only a 2 count. But Broken Doll was not taking that seriously, to where she then delivered offense of her own and even delivered a straight to hell, only receiving a 2 count on her own. Now both these two with close victories, Angela and Van Diver did a second violation just to finally get a victory over Broken Doll. As we have our champion Angela Van Diver celebrate her victory, Raquel Rodriguez comes out to remind her that at VCW Hot Box they will be facing off. As things continue to heat up, we have a star-studded three-way dance between the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, Mercedes Moné, and Blair Davenport. Now this match already started off pretty good, as all of our matches do, to where all three women was trying to stake their claim in the beginning of the matchup. But this was the moment to where Mercedes Moné started to get control of both women in the match, to where she actually got pretty close to eliminating Asuka. Wasn't enough, but yet even tried Blair Davenport, but that one wasn't enough, receiving only 2 counts. But this was the turning point to where not once, but twice Mercedes Moné was put into the Asuka lock to luckily get out of it, but then to run straight into a Falcon Arrow from Blair Davenport to be eliminated from the match. As the match continued, Asuka was trying to get control of Blair Davenport in the beginning with the submissions, but then Blair Davenport delivering offense with both weapons and a vicious stomp onto Asuka just to get control of the match in the beginning. Then this was the big difference to where Asuka diving out onto Blair Davenport on the outside, leading to then an Asuka lock inside the ring to where Blair Davenport instantly tapped out. Congratulations to the Empress of Tomorrow. In our 4th match of the night, we had Dawn Dynamic Matoda going up against sweet but dangerous Liv Morgan, into where this match was pretty much a squash match, y'all. I'm gonna be real. Dawn Dynamic Matoda had control of the match pretty much in full. You see there was small moments to where Liv Morgan was not trying to go out easy. She was even delivering some strong offense on her own. But then Dawn Dynamic just came back with this vicious wave of offense, trying to go for literally everything. She almost took her out with the dynamic pump handle, but it was enough to where she then delivered a stomp and a second dynamic pump handle, this time getting the victory over Liv Morgan. Congratulations to Dawn Dynamic. As we enter into the main event, the Queen Charlotte Flair showcased her talent against up-and-comer Kayden Carter. Now the match started off exactly as you thought, to where Charlotte Flair was holding control of the match with slick submissions and high-level technical prowess, just showcasing why she felt she's the better woman over Kayden Carter. Now of course Kayden Carter did try to give some offense back, but the Queen was keeping full control in the beginning. But this was more the turning point to where the offense finally started to explode from Kayden Carter, just showing none but fury against Charlotte Flair, which is something good. This was a moment to where she tried to put her in submission to put her out, but the rope break was too close for her. Then Charlotte Flair started to come back with her signature moves, almost getting the victory in the second to then lead to the figure 8. The figure 8 was amazingly broken out by Kayden Carter, which was very amazing. But this was the closing point of the match to where the natural selection was hit onto Kayden Carter to deliver the 1-2-3 for the Queen Charlotte Flair. And just before she got a chance to even celebrate that victory, the champion Rhea Ripley laid her out, showing her that she is the dominant champion and they will meet at Hot Box. Now we move on to VC. Hey y'all, Franco here. So the video was supposed to be out a few days ago, but I got busy and procrastinated a bit. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to speed through VCW Live. I'm sorry about that, but I want to do my best when providing you all content, so I'm going to keep working on being more on point from here on out. Now, back to the video. Now it's the men's turn on VCW Live as we start off with the Blackpool Combat Club taking on Aussie Open in a tag team bout. This match was pretty good. I would definitely suggest check it out. But towards the end, we had Aussie Open able to lay out Wheeler Yuta with a mean pile driver just to get the quick victory. So congrats to United Empire's own Aussie Open. Then we move on to our next match where we have the Ring General Gunther going up against Undisputed Era's Adam Cole. This match was a banger of a match, but in a surprise victory, Adam Cole was able to lay out the General with the boom shot, as General was able to be out with the ring, taunting the actual champion Blade Franco to come get his champion. These two are spicing up for VCW Hot Box. Next up, we had our Intercontinental Champion Carmelo Hayes going up against Tenso Naito in a non-title fight to where Naito got a victory over Carmelo Hayes with a beautiful twisting moonsault just to hype up their match for VCW Live. But you see the champion just could not take a loss respectfully. So he tried to attack, Naito fought back, and Naito standing tall. Will this be the image at VCW Hot Box? We will see. Next up, we had Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana taking on LA Knight, in a one-on-one bout to where the match actually went really quickly, with Knight actually just speeding through over Swerve Strickland, Congratulations to LA Knight in that tremendous quick battle. Now, in our next bout, we had the families Little Homie and Tony D'Angelo go up in a tag team bout against Ricky Starks and Colton Gunn of Bullet Club Gold. I don't know how this match even came about, but it ended out with both Little Homie and Tony D'Angelo not being able to enter a 10 count, just to be taunted by Judgment Day after the match. Now for our main event, we had Zack Sabre Jr. going up against Konosuke Takeshita for the VCW Television Championship. This match was something you definitely gotta go back and watch, because here at the end, after a grueling matchup, Zack Sabre Jr. was able to tap out the champion and become the brand new VCW Television Champion. Congrats to Zack Sabre Jr. But I hope you guys do enjoy this rundown. I am sorry for the quick speed up towards the end, but I gotta get this out. Tune in for the next VCW Live, and I'll see you guys next week. Yop, yop.